Welcome to the podcast. It's Ty Rich from Bite. I got my homie T from Red Lion Master Kennel. How you doing today?
Good. What's up, everybody?
Yeah. So T man was introduced to me. Introduced to me by my guy Vaughn. He told me good stuff about T and the Red Line bloodline. So I wanted to get T up here so we can chop it up and talk about these dogs. So T, how long you been breeding, T?
22 years.
Sheesh. 22 years.
Yeah, before American Bully born.
Woo.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah. So I know, so you have seen the game change a lot in 22
Oh,
years.
the game changed so much. It's only getting worse. Yeah.
So when you first started out 22 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
what were you breeding?
I never know what a pit bull look like. I never know nothing about dog until I met some people and I see the pit bull dog. The I always remember one day I walk on the street and then a Spanish guy in New York, he worked old white pit bull, and then that
Mm-hmm.
dog he was very well trained. He carried a big ass stick and with a big ass head. Walked by me, I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck? If the dog bite me, I'ma die. Right. And then my cousin, like, yo, that's a pit bull. Right. And then I start to get into it. And then I met a few people with the game at that time there's no bully, only game dog.
Game dogs.
Bully, yeah, only game dog. There's no bully, there is no razor airs, there's no gaddy yet. Only game dog. So that's how I get into a game dog. And then it's crazy. The game dog is I have a lot of respect for those game dog people because in the game dog world, for you to have a name out there, you have to work a lot. You have to take your dog to exercise daily, and you gotta know what to feed them to get them in condition and all that. It's just a lot of work. Yep, that's how I
So
get into the dog game.
so
Hmm.
you remember your first dog?
Yes, I have. My first dog, Ghost. I got that dog for like $75. Back then, $75 is a lot. 22 years ago. And me and my cousin, we went to some lady apartment, right? And she got some pit bull. And we look into her bathroom. The dog ate half of the dog. We like, oh shit, what the fuck?
Wow.
That's why, like, I never see dog do kind of shit like that. Only pit bull. I never see
All
pit bull
right.
before.
All right.
So we're like, okay, we got two puppies. So he get one. My cousin got one, and I got one. So we pay $150 for two puppies. The one I have is white and black, and my cousin got a brindle one. We call him Shadow and Ghost.
Shadow and Ghost.
Yeah, and we start to get into the game dog, and then it just at first I don't know how to raise a pit bull. I don't know none of that. So we bought two puppy, and then we buy some dog food from Walmart. You know, man, those cheap ass dog food is just crazy. Bro, you wake up and they shit like fucking 15 times. You know what I mean?
Right.
um, me and my cousin, we pick up shit all day, and we live in an apartment. That's just too crazy.
Right.
Yeah. And we met a couple of so we walk a dog on the street, and then we met other people that have pit bull, and then they start teaching us how to raise them. Yep.
Right.
And then we start raising, we start hanging out, we start learning a lot of knowledge from a game dog OG. Those people, they have a lot of knowledge about dog. They don't go to a vet because game dog people, you go to a vet, it's a red flag because the dog got all scarred up and stuff like that.
Right.
So, they do everything on themselves, shots, stitches, everything.
Right.
So every time the dog gets sick, I just hold them. Instead, I go to the vet, spend crazy money, I just hold them. And they're like, okay, come over here, I teach you something. That's why
Right.
I learned a lot of knowledge, how to heal the dog up, how to anything about dog. I learned a
From
lot
the
from
from
those
from the
game
from
dogs,
the from the from the OGs.
from the OG, yes. And the OG back then, they're willing to teach you everything. You know, those good people, those I always got respect for them. Like
Right.
if you do bad business, they will tell you, hey man, this you don't do this, you don't do that. You know what I mean? In this dog community, in dog game community, you don't do this. If you do a bad business one time, the whole community will reject you. They
Right.
don't talk to you no more. They will trash you. They don't talk to you no more. Nobody want to fuck with you no more. Not like a bully game nowadays. The bully game, fuck, they steal dog. They do all kind of shit to get them something for themselves. You know what I mean? They don't give a
Right.
fuck what they do to you. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Right.
it's totally two different worlds. That's why I always got respect for the OGs.
Right.
Yep.
So is that
And
what
then
that's what inspired you to start breeding?
uh, I came to America with a broken hand.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody want to hire a broken hand, a handicapped person.
Right.
So I hang out with the OG, and then they always have dog, they always have puppies. So and then I bought one puppy, the first red noise I bought. I paid $150 for him, and then I named him Bear. And then he is one of the smartest dog I ever had until today. Like that dog
Wow.
is so smart. Like if somebody attack me, he will tear that person up. One time I went to college, and then I came back. I walking back from the campus to my house. It's like 10 blocks away. I live in the ghetto, so a lot of motherfucking you know what I mean, they will do
Right. A
some
lot of
shit.
crime. A lot of crime.
Yeah, a lot of times. So I walk out a group of people. They like, let me see, 8 of them. So I'm Asian. So they're like, yo, Tina, ching chang my guy, this and that. I like, okay, but that motherfucker big. And 8 of them, there's no way I could fight them.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? That motherfucker big. So I went home, I changed my clothes, and I grabbed Bear. And I went back to that block. I like, okay, what's up? So what's up now? Who said shit? Right?
Right.
And then one big guy, he like 6'4", 200 something pounds. He like, I'ma slap the fuck out of you right now, fucking Chino. Right? I like, man, get that
Mhm.
motherfucker. So I let my dog go. My dog came and grabbed that guy in the belly, and he shook that guy belly. You see nothing but blood like pumping out.
Wow.
Wow. And then other guy tried to fight me. I tell man, drop that guy. Get this motherfucker over here. So he dropped that guy. He left. He unlocked his jaw, and he went back and get the other guy that next to me. Wow. He grabbed that guy's legs and he shook it. The piece of meat came out.
Ooh.
It's
Wow.
crazy. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this dog is so protected. And then another guy run. He jumped on top of the car, and Bear, he a game dog. So he's super athletic.
Right.
So he jumped on top of the car, and he grabbed a guy arm, he shook it, and just the blood just pouring out on top of the car, over the car. But the hood have a lot of people, like the people like sell ice cream on the street, sell food on the
Right.
street. When they see that shit, the whole block gone, the whole block like just empty. Like everybody just run like look like you have a bomb or something. Everybody just
Right.
run like cockroach.
Right.
Right. So and then I ran. I know the cop gonna come. So I ran home. I ran like 2 blocks away. I go I do the whistle thing. Right. And he just stopped, and he just ran back with me, and then we just ran home, and I washed him up. I washed all the blood up, and I just hide in my building. And then 5 minutes later, my friend came to my apartment. He's like, "Yo, is that you, little bitch? Fuck them nigga up. Papa, we were looking for you and shit." Yo, blood all over the block. So much blood from everybody over the block. Wow, that's crazy. That's since that day, I love these dogs. They protect you. They will
Right.
die for you. You know.
Right.
And since that day on, nobody around there fuck with me no more.
Nobody fuck with you.
Nobody fuck with me. Yeah,
Right.
but that dog is it love kid. Every kid on my block, they play with him. Like they knock on my door and they're like, "Can I take him for work?" I'm like, "No, take him for work." So like the 8 years old kid, 10 years old kid, come take him
Wow.
for work, and that dog he don't attack until I commanded him. You know.
Right.
Yeah, until I tell him. If I send him after somebody, you're done. He could get on the tree. He could go in the water. That dog is
Anywhere.
crazy.
Right.
Anywhere, anywhere. You can't get away from him.
Right. So
And if I, mhm,
so
yeah,
when you this is after the dog Ghost.
yeah, absolutely ghost.
This after Ghost. Right.
Yeah.
So when did you actually start breeding?
So since then I'm in love with the dog, with the breed. So I
Mm-hmm.
go online, start looking, and I find a Peterson bloodline, a Camelot bloodline, you know. So they big, they are red note, but they're big. They're way bigger than mine. So and they have actually yeah, they're way bigger. They look more bully look. They have a bully look to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I start digging into it, start buying dogs online. But you're not gonna believe I lost so much money. People like crazy. Like they send they post up the picture on online, right? And then you buy it, you pay them the money, they will never ship you a dog. A lot of
Wow.
scam back then. Yes, a lot. And then sometimes they send you a different dog. It's like, fuck, man, it's crazy. But so I lost so much money. And then one day, I see a dog named Lady Pepper. And Pepper, she sat on the couch with a little kid and she got a huge head. So I'm like, okay, man, she look crazy. So I called the guy up. He said he in New Jersey. So I drove to New Jersey with my friend, and then she just had the letter. At that time, she just had the letter, and she bleeding all over after birth. So
Mm-hmm.
and the guy don't want her no more. I'm like, okay, I buy her. I paid like I think 1,000 for her, and then the guy took me to the backyard, and then I see a monster on a chain. Bro, he named a Tonka. He is so fucking wide. At that time, he the widest dog ever seen in my life. Like he chest like I think across is 13 inches wide. Yes. He like a tank and he on a chain. He like whoa, 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 whoa. I like what the fuck is that thing? Bro, that is crazy. I never see shit like that. So I have to have something like that. And then I start breathing to him, and then we had puppy, and then she had like 13 pup, and then I paid Stuffy. I paid $2,000 for Stuffy. At that time, $2,000 for Stuffy back then, it's like
That's a
$20,000
lot.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 20,000. Because the dog on the streets only $75.
Right.
You know what I mean? A puppy only $75, and you pay $2,000. That's fucking crazy. That's a lot of money. Yeah, and then we had a letter, and then everybody started buying them. So I sold each of them for 2,000, some of them for 1,500. So I make roughly around 20,000. 20,000 back then is, and my uncle he work construction. He only make 15,000 a year
Right.
construction, and he work up from he worked from 8 to 5. You know,
Right.
he only make 15,000 a year. I'm like, oh shit, this is the big money here if you do it right.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I start investing more money into buying good female and start breeding them in New York. But New York, you cannot do too much because you live in an apartment. You cannot. It's just too much, to
Right.
handle. You gotta take a dog to the sidewalk, and the dog shit on the sidewalk. You gotta pick up every time. You know what I mean? It's just too much. So I moved to Florida for the
Well,
bigger
yeah.
yard. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. And I bought 1 acre land, and I got a trap house. I bought a trap house with 1 acre land for $28,000. Yep, $28,000, and then people were like, "Oh, you gonna live in there?" Like, but it's for my dog. I don't care. I sleep on the floor because I sleep on the floor. I start cleaning up the house little by little and breed them, and you just do it
Right.
by little every day. And then I build my empire from there. Yep. And
Right.
that is and then I produce the dog of steroid. And steroid is the first freaky dog at that time.
At
He
that
like
time.
120, yeah, 120 pounds and 27 inches head. Oh, he is the dinosaurs at that time. Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then Bilbo from Brazil, Bilbo from all over the world. They see that they want some shit like that because he look bully. He got big bone, short, stocky, big head. You know, so people all over the world they want that kind of look.
Right.
So they came and I got so many customers. Like I have to pay my neighbor to go to airport every day to pick up the customer from the airport.
Every day.
Like almost every day. I drop like 5 litter a month. So I sold like 50 puppy a month. Like nothing. Like it makes so much money. I got so much traffic. Other neighbor thought I selling drugs, right? So they call the cop. They call the cop. They call the DEA. I like once the cop came to my house. I like okay, come. You look. Let me know if you find something. And then when they went in that house, they're like, what the fuck? Holy shit. Yo, have a nice day. Because the dog was so big, you know what I mean? Inside out.
Right.
Yeah, and then one day I hear the dog walking in the front yard like crazy. And a 5 undercover cop show up. Oh, I heard you got some pound. I'm like, where did you come in and look? See what you can find. So I put all the dog up and then they come in, they didn't find nothing. They're like, oh my God, this fucking dog is crazy. Right? They never seen nothing like that. And
Right.
then one of them came back and buy a mail.
Wow.
He came back, he like, hey, he came back with his dad, right? And then him and his dad buy a male pup. And then it's on and on. It's just so much, right? And then I spent $150,000 to build a kennel, big, massive kennel in my backyard
Mm-hmm.
because the business is good and I couldn't keep up with the demand, so I have to have all the breeding lined up,
Mm-hmm.
and I build real nice. I build like a puppy room. I think like 40 by 30 is for the puppy room. I built a 40 foot puppy room. Like the place to weld them from 0 to 4 weeks. And then after 4 weeks, they move to another area from 4 weeks to 8 weeks. And then the 8 week from 8 weeks to 12 weeks, they go to another area. Because it has to be consistent
Right.
producing. Yeah, yeah. And then somebody snitched. Somebody came and took all the picture, and then they called animal control. The animal control came and said, okay. Oh, the dog's so healthy. The dog look better than our dog in the shelter. You know what I mean? And your kennel setup is better than our setup. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I have no reason to
To
do
do
nothing.
anything.
Yeah. Do anything because your dog looks so healthy and all the kennel is each kennel is 15 by 15. It's huge for one dog. And concrete wall and towel on the kennel too. So clean. They go there. The kennel is so clean. The food and water is. I have freezer filled up nothing but meat. Like your dog eat better than me. What can I? I can't rate you a ticket. These dog look better than everything else that I see. So they leave me alone. And then this bitch ass motherfucker, other neighbor, he lived like 1 block away from me, and he a friend with a code enforcement.
Right.
And then the code enforcement came and give me a fine, $200,000 fine if I don't take down my kennel, $1,000
What?
if I don't take down my kennel. Yes, right. So they give me $200,000 fine, right? So I went to court and everything, blah blah blah, and then they reduced the fine to a couple $1,000, and then I have to pay the permit to take down my kennel. You know why? Because my kennel is bigger than my house.
What?
Bro, American law is kind of stupid. Fuck, well, they rather have your dog in the small kennel with a top on,
Right.
right? It's okay, but you cannot build a building for your dog that bigger than your house. What kind of stupid shit is that?
Yeah, right.
Because my kennel I pay my uncle, he a construction, so he built a roof like okay, you know how you go people go jail, exactly how they build jail cell. You know what I mean?
Right.
Concrete,
Right.
roof, everything. You know what I mean? Like water system in there, everything. So they
Heat,
say that,
AC.
yeah. I don't have an AC. I put fan,
Fans.
automatic
Right.
water, fan, and everything.
Automatic water.
It's,
Right.
yeah, everything look nice. Towel, tire, in the floor, so like that, it's easy to clean. You know, they say that you cannot do that. I like, are you serious? My dog living good, clean, and nice, and because Florida a lot of hurricane. So every time if you put a top on, man, that wouldn't blow that shit away. That's like nothing. So I have to pay $30,000 to build a strong roof so like that it don't get blown away. But
Right.
that is violate a code enforcement. I like, what the? It's for my dog. You know what I mean?
Right.
The law is fucking stupid. Yep. That is the best kennel there, and then I got to pay to take it down. I like, you know what? I have like 60 dogs, and then my limit is 20 dogs on each property. Each property only you allow only have 20 dogs. I'm like, okay, you know what? So they shut down my kennel. You know what? I buy 3 house. You let me have 20 dogs, right? I buy 3 house. So I put 20 dogs in each. Each I put 20 dogs in there. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what year was this?
That in 2000.
2000. Yep.
2000,
So
2004.
at this time, your empire is building off of the dog steroid.
Yes. Steroid, he is the freak.
He the king.
Yeah, he king. Because him, that's why American Bully. Okay, steroid beat every dog. Every dog. So people they couldn't find a way to make a dog like that. So they breeding bulldog, you know what I mean? A
Yeah.
pit bull too, bulldog to make a shorter look to compete with steroid. That's why American Bully is born.
Wow. Off a steroid. Trying to get the look that steroid had.
Try to get the look that like steroid, but they couldn't. And that's why the Razor Air Billboard mixed in the bulldog. That's why Dave Wilson. That's why they got banned from ADBA.
Wow.
That's why, because they mixing all that fancy bulldog to make American Bully. That's why they got banned from UKC and ADBA. And since everybody that have a fucking dog that couldn't get paper, what do? They create a club for themselves. That's why American Bully born. That's why everybody got have a mixed breed, mixed bulldog, mixed with fancy could register with ABKC.
Wow. So they made their own dogs and then made their own registry.
Yes.
Wow.
But the bully look, they make their own dog. It got popular. Everybody like it because it less aggressive, and everybody it's smaller. It look bully. It look good. So that's why everybody got one, and that's how American. That's why they make their own. They get together and they make their own kennel club.
Right. So even these guys that you're talking about back then, like the Gotti line, the Razor's Edge, today those guys will be considered like OGs in the bully game, right?
Yes.
Because even those dogs that they were producing back then don't look like the dogs that's out now.
Okay, here's the thing about that. Remember in the beginning, I say the dog getting worse and worse
Right.
compared to the dog back then. Back then,
Right.
Gotti line, I'm in love with Gotti line dog back then. They so they muscle, they have a lot of muscle, they have big head, big bone, ability to work is very good.
Right.
But because the bully look, people want to have the freak one. Every time it's very hard to produce a freak one back then. It's very hard. Back then, if you have a freak, everybody on you. That's so
Right.
that extreme look, it draw a lot of people into the bully game because of that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So I remember I heard you about your bloodline. Man, how long? It was some years ago. And they say, red lion. And I see one of your dogs in
Mm-hmm.
Virginia. And I said, sheesh, pretty red color, like sweet. And so what my question is, what made you actually say I'm gonna make my own bloodline? What made you produce that?
Here's the thing. I buy so many dog back then. So many. Every money I make from my dog, I buy more dogs to create a look that I want. Right? Every bloodline have their own look. The razor air short bully look, but they don't have the bone.
Right,
The Camelot, they have tight skin, they have muscle, but the head is not blocky. You have a long
right,
snout. The Savvy dog, they're big, massive, but they don't have a chest.
right,
So I have to breed each of them together to create a Buffett dog, like big head, big bone, wide chest, big back rear. And Avon dog is short, big bone, but they not correct. So that's how do you get a dog with a massive head, like crazy shoulder, big bone, and big chest? Impossible at that time. Impossible to get because every blood they have something that not famous. You know,
right.
yeah, it's not total package. So I breed to every of those blood and I kept the best and keep breeding, selective breeding, and keep going until I get what I want. My idea is to create a super pit bull. Super pit bull in my head, I had a picture in my head is like look like a pit bull, but it's crazy big.
Right.
Yep,
Right.
that's why I create red line. Mhm. Red line. A lot of people say, "Oh, they big. What can they do?" Listen, they have a game dog in them. They will kill your dog
Yeah, I was looking
because
at
I
some of
lost a lot of dogs.
I was looking at some of them dogs you got. Them dogs are huge.
Yeah, they
Huge.
heal, but don't underestimate them. They will kill. They will kill another dog. Cut. Um, the first time that I see their how crazy they are when I have the litter of Lady Bear and Tonga. I kept few dogs from that litter, and at 8 weeks they start act like a game dog. They tore each other up like they lock. At 8 weeks they lock it on each other and they just shake. They just fucking fighting for like 10, 15 minutes. So I like, oh my god, this is what I mean. They have a game on them. They have joy. They have the pit bull in them, but they just huge. So that's why everybody that buy my dog, I like, listen, these dogs, they could do damage. If they're friendly, just let them be friendly. Do not try to wake up. Do not fight them. Do not get them to be aggressive because when you
Right.
turn them on, it's gonna be hard for you to turn it off. They're
Right.
friendly, just let them be friendly. Don't teach
Right.
them nothing crazy and shit like that. People are like, oh, how come you don't teach them this? How come you don't teach them that to attack? Listen, these dogs very intelligent. They're very smart. I don't have to teach them nothing. They know what to do. You
Right.
know. You don't have to teach them to be aggressive. It's in them already. Just keep them friendly, you know?
Right. So the Red Lion bloodline has been around for how long?
Since 2000, since I came to America in 1998. 2 years after that, I started breeding them. So in 2000.
2000.
So 23 years.
With the Red Lion blood. So you said you came in 98, you started in 2000. How long did it take for you to actually have that dog, for you to produce or create that dog that you want, that you say, this is Red Lion?
20, you know what? I never have a luck with all the fur pig. You know, every time I have the biggest one, it always die like accident, fighting, or bit by a snake, or it's always some shit happens. You know, that's why I like all the best one that I think they're gonna be crazy, and they are looking crazy. Something happened to them. I think God still want to punish me. Don't want me to be the best or something. You know.
So like,
yeah, go ahead.
So like I was thinking, like, so would you say like, okay, maybe 2 years, 3 years, like the look that you have now, that you had, the look, yeah.
You talk about Lion King.
Yeah. So that's Red Lion blood, right?
Yes.
Would you consider Lion King, like, and where you at right now in the dog world, is he what you envision?
Yes. He is more than what I expected.
He's more than what you expected.
Yeah.
And how old is Lion King?
He just turned 2 years and 3 months. And he is 208 pounds. And 32 inches head. Yeah. Right? And okay, here's the thing. Some people, okay, why he's so big compared to the rest of the red lion dog before? Normally, my biggest one is 160. Right?
That's still big.
Yeah, 160, that's my idea of the super pit bull. 160, rip it, all muscle, crazy bone. That's my idea of the super pit bull. That is my achievement already. So I moved to California, and I bought a mountain. I bought a mountain, and with 52 acres. So they have so much room to run. I let them loose. They run free to go wherever the fuck they want, because like they keep breaking out a kennel, and I'm tired. Like, you know what? Fuck it. You go wherever you. Know what I mean? The first time they gone for like 3 hours, I'm like, fuck, man. I think I lose my dog. I couldn't find them. I couldn't find them because it's so big up here. It's a lot of hill and jungle, and it's very difficult for you to walk through it.
Right.
You know, it took me 3 hours up and downhill. I'm dying, bro. I'm dying to look. I look for them. But up and downhill. In the picture, you cannot see it, but when you're in the person, you go up that fucking 1,000 feet high. Steep hill. Oh, boy, my kneecap like shaking. My kneecap.
You say fuck these dogs.
Fuck these dogs. I'm going home. I'm dying. I'm thirsty, and I'm fucking, my legs are so high, go up and downhill. I couldn't fight them. So, and then I came home, and like, my girl, like, did you fight them? Like, no, fuck these motherfuckers. Right? So, and then a few hours later, they came back.
And so you say,
later, they can fire away. They came back. Yeah, and since though they on, every time they get loose and they gone, I like, fuck it. They come back. They don't come back, fuck it. so until now, even Lion King, he's so big and heavy, right? People are like, oh, can he walk? I like, bro, I wish that motherfucking home right now.
Right.
Yeah, they just every time they see like a squirrel or a raccoon or something, they go on a chase. They try to catch it and kill it.
Right.
So they been gone. Yeah, they've
So
been
right.
gone. Like
So sometimes you won't even see red lion.
mm, like no, like if
I
if I
see.
had to if I had to go somewhere that day and I'm not gonna be home, then I make sure that I lock them all up. Or if somebody come, I make sure I lock them all up. So like that,
Right.
I don't have to look for them when I need them.
Right.
Yeah. But most of the time they should be out.
Yeah. I seen it. I was watching. I was on. I don't know. I don't think Facebook or Instagram, and you were showing them when they was climbing over the gate. They was climbing over
Yeah.
the gate. All of them was climbing over the gate.
Yep. After that day, I like fuck it. You come when you come home, you go when you go. Dinner time you come home. You don't come home on dinner time. You miss dinner. That's it. That is it.
Right.
Yep.
So we have talked a lot about the dogs, and one of the questions I was going to ask, what you already answered, was the state of the dog game right now. And um, correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't been in the dog game as long as you've been. I've loved dogs forever, but um, do you feel like the dog game is saturated?
um, you know what? American economy, right?
Uh-huh.
In I think 2014, something like that. When we have the recession,
Oh yeah.
when the
Mm-hmm.
when the whole economy go down, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only stock that go up is the dog.
You're right.
American people, uh, if you're hungry, you don't have to eat. Okay, you don't have to eat. You don't have to. You could be starving. Nobody give a fuck about you. But if your dog's starving and somebody see your dog starving, you in trouble, boy. So you better go get some fucking dog food. You know what I mean?
You right. You're right.
You better go get some dog food and feed that dog before you go to jail. That is the reason why the dog game will never die, because the way we are, the way the society are, they love animal than they love human. It's true, because the animal loyal to you than the fucking your fan. Your fan will be okay. He see you make some money, that motherfucker will think about the way how to steal your money, how to rob you.
You're
The
right.
dog, the dog do not do that. The dog is loyal to you until they die. So that's why people will rather have a dog out of fan than another boosted fan. That's
Right.
why that's why the you see we got so many fucking dogs right now. But it keep coming because everybody realized that we were so fake nowadays. They rather have a dog out of fan than the people
Right.
out of fan.
And that makes
So
sense. That made sense what you said. Like even with the recession, the only stock that was up was with dogs. And I kind of feel that same way about the pandemic. When the pandemic happened, a lot of people bought dogs.
exactly. Yep.
A lot of people bought dogs.
You right now you go on online. As soon as you open Instagram, Facebook, who fucking pop up first? The dog
A
breed.
dog. Yeah. You're right. You're
Everybody got
right.
dog now. Everybody got dog because everybody got dog. It make other people like, damn, that's the nice dog. I want one too. It copycat. Everybody copycat. Everybody copy each other. That's why the dog game gonna be crazy, crazy. But we have in New York, 15 years ago in New York City, we have 15 million people, 5 million pet already.
Right.
And that 15 years ago. Now, fucking, I think every household have dogs.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
So
Um,
okay, to answer you that question, is the
yeah,
game right now is everybody have dog. Everybody into dogs now, right?
right,
So for you to survive the dog game, you have to have the best. You have to have the most crazy shit to survive. Because if you buy a cheap dog, I did in the beginning when I first started, I buy a cheap dog, right?
I can't see you. Your face not in the camera.
In the beginning, I buy a cheap dog. Okay, I could breed $200 dog and still make some money. No,
Right.
it's different. It's different. You breed $200 dog, you will get $200 puppy. If you get 10 puppy, you get 2,000. Right?
Right.
If you $2,000 dog, you will get $20,000. Okay.
Right.
You will put same amount of time, same amount of energy, and same amount of food to feed them. Then why don't you go with the more expensive one?
Right.
The profit return is 10 times more. Yep.
That makes sense. That was that was some game right there. That was some, you just dropped some game. Yeah. Yeah.
And the thing is, I see a lot of breeder that fail. Oh my God, I couldn't sell it off. Oh my God, I couldn't sell it off for this month. Okay, here's the thing. When I start, right, I will feed my dog before I feed myself. I will make sure no puppy eat before I eat, because every minute I delay, they be starving. They will starving. They will be losing weight. They will not gonna look good. So I have to feed them before I feed myself. I have to feed them the best stuff possible so that they could look good. Nobody want to buy the fucking ugly ass crackhead looking ass puppy. Nobody.
Right.
Big, chunky, fat ass puppy looking so cute. You know what I mean? That's what people want. And I tell all my friends that breeding dog, I said, bro, you gotta feed that dog, bro. You gotta feed those puppies good. I'm telling you right now. If you don't, you'll be stuck with a whole litter. Nobody want to buy none of them. You're gonna be stuck. The longer you hold on to them, the longer you keep feeding them, and pick up more shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Why don't you feed them good right now? When you feed them good, make them look fat, make them look healthy. So like that, people like them, and you sell them fast, and you make more money.
Wow.
Yep. It's very simple. Yeah, just at that.
So would you say you still have the love for dogs that you had 22 years ago?
Yes, I love them. I moved to California. Everybody so far away from my family, so far away from my friends. And they're like, you don't get boring, you don't get tired, you don't get lonely. Like, bro, as long as I have my dog right there, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I just hang out, just play with them. You know, that's all. You know.
Right. Yep. How long you been in California?
2 years.
Okay. Do you feel like is it a difference in dog games from the east to the west?
No, it's the same everywhere, but the difference is if you don't have the super dog, then you don't have it.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have a good dog, then you can do nothing.
Right.
Yep.
Let me ask you. Oh, I got some, because I know a lot of people was talking about this one time. The guy that got the dog Hulk.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. So I knew y'all had a little back and forth going, right?
Yeah. Okay. Here the deal. Until now, I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I did not hate him. He said, oh, he hate me so much in that. Right. I still don't hate him, even though he still owe me money. Okay, here's the thing. When I have a dog monster, everybody on my ass. Everybody, yo, I want a dog. I want. So at that time, he a broke motherfucker. He got no money. He got no dog. He got like 2 street dogs. He adopted from somewhere, and then he begging to buy my dog. And they're like, listen, you got money, we talk. You don't have money, you don't talk to me. You know what I mean? Like I'm tired, because he called me every day. Hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? How you doing today? How's the doctor? Every fucking day for like 6 months, bro. But I keep it cool. I keep it cool. I get okay. This is what I mean. Like I'm not the type of people that like I'm not gonna talk if you don't have money. I'm not gonna talk to you. I still talk to you about dog.
Right.
So he finally one dog is General,
Right.
the dog General, right? And then he got a couple other dog from Monster too, from my dog too, from my friend. He promised us, okay, can you do payment plan, hook me up, this and that. I swear I will return the favor. You know how that shit go. You know what I mean? You know how that shit go. People don't have money. They always, talk about this and that. I'm like, well, so we sold him General for a payment plan, $250 a month. So it took him a few months to pay that dog off, General. And then my cousin sold Tyson to another guy in over there in Massachusetts by his house. The guy didn't pay. The guy didn't end up paying fitness plan, so we took the dog back. And then I don't talk to Marlon. I'm tired of talking to Marlon. So Marlon started talking to my cousin Wang. And then Wang said, okay, Marlon, this guy didn't pay me. Can you come grab the dog for me? You know what I mean? So Marlon grabbed Tyson back and then supposed to ship it back to me, to Florida. Right? And then he ended up loving the dog. He's like, oh, can I do payment plan on him too? This and that. I'm like, whatever. You know what I mean? So you pay for the first dog, I'm assume you're gonna pay for this one too.
Right.
So, so we trust him and then let him keep the dog. And then he didn't make no payment, none of that. And then he bred Tyson to one of my other dogs. Right? They don't have paper. I didn't give them no paper. So like, yo, T, please, man, can you please sign the paper so later I could sell these puppy? I swear on God, I swear on God, as soon as the first puppy sold, I will pay you back your money for Tyson. So I trusted him, you know what I mean? I trusted him. He talked to me every day. He talked to my cousin every day. We trusted him. So I was like, okay, I ciphered. As soon as I ciphered it, bro, he sold all the puppy. He don't call me no more. And I asked him about it. He act like he don't owe me no more, bro.
Wow.
Bro, that a fucking scam. That is a fucking scam. And then he tell people, oh, the dog got hurt, oh, this and that. Like, if the dog so bad, if the dog not in good shape, you had that dog shit he puppy. So what you talking about? Okay, if you don't like the dog, send the dog back to me.
Right.
All that is. When people scam, they will say anything in their favor,
Right.
Okay. So that's it. And then he owed me that money until now. And then he bred General, right? And he have General puppy. So the customers shop around for Redline. They found him. They called him up, and then, but he started talking mad shit about me. He's talking about, oh, don't buy a dog from T, this and that. Buy from me, bro. The customer screenshot that and sent to me. When I see that, I call him up. I'm like, yo, Marlon, what the fuck you talking about, man? Yo, why you do this? We hooked you up. We look out for you. We hooked you up. You still didn't pay me for Tyson. So what the fuck? Why all these trash talk behind my back for? Like, oh, I didn't say it. I didn't say. I swear to God, believe me. I didn't say it. Motherfucker, I see the fucking shit that you talk to them about. I see the fucking email.
Right.
So you know what I mean? It's not a big deal thing. I'm like, yo, fuck it. That's why we don't talk. That's why I don't talk to him no more.
Right. So
then when the hawk come, when the hawk come, okay, and then he have the hawk sister. He started talking to me again. He wanted to breed the red bear. He wanted to breed the hawk sister to red bear so bad. So they're like, okay, well, you know what I mean? Let's do this breeding. You know what I mean? I want, we split half and half, and then I pay you the rest of the money at over Tyson. I'm like, okay. So, you know what I mean? I give him another chance. You know what I mean? And then I think the hawk is very nice. Very nice. He's top dog back then. And then I see another day, and then I see the YouTube video. I see the window and the world bent. I like, hold on. This dog not fucking that big. This motherfucking Photoshop this shit up fuck. You know what I mean? Like, why the fuck the window and your whole world bent?
Right.
For no
reason. It's bent. Right.
Yeah, because he used a fish eye lane.
Yep.
to make the dog look crazy big in the video.
Right.
This motherfucking scam. This motherfucking scam. And then it's not my, but I don't care. Fuck, it's not my business. Fuck it. You know, I still congratulate. I like, yo, that's nice.
Right.
But
So
you know?
does Hulk doesn't have any red lion blood in him, do he?
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Hawk is from Hawk Mom is general, right? He bred general to a street dog, no paper. Create Hawk Mom. Okay, he buy the paper from whoever. He asked me to buy the paper to sell him the paper for that dog, for the dog, for his street dog that got no paper. I like, yo, bro, your dog is blue, my dog is red. You cannot hang my red dog paper on your blue dog. It's gonna look weird.
Right.
That's why I didn't want to sell him the paper.
Right.
You could buy another dog from. You could go buy another paper for someone else. I don't care. That's your business, not mine. You know, I'm not going to sell you the paper and get caught up with you.
Right.
You know, so Hawk Mom is half a red lion, half street dog, and Hawk that is Ghost. Ghost is Great Dane, Boxer mix, and a Saint Bernard.
Wow.
Yep. So that's create. If you go back and look at Ghost, that motherfucking tall, fucking the long is so hairy, because at that time, oh man, that's a big ass dog. So I called Jack Ellis. I bought 2 of the female that relate to Ghost. Ghost. As soon as that motherfucking dog get on my doorstep, I open that crate, bro. I like, what the fuck, yo? What the fuck is this? Yo, the fur is at least 3 inches long.
Wow.
Wow, in person. Okay, in the camera, in the video, you cannot tell how long the fur is. But in person, those motherfucking fur, it look like a fucking chow type shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Wow.
That was the beginning of the fluffy era.
Yeah. Bro, that is no way that this fucking dog is bully or pit bull. Bro, it's too much mixing in these dogs. So I called Jack Ellis up. I'm like, yo, Jack, I'm sending back to you. I send them all back to him. That's it. And that's how I know for sure. And then somebody bought a puppy from Hawk, right? And then they do a DNA, and the DNA came back. It's a boxer, Saint Bernard. Not even have fucking pit bull in there. Put like that.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know what happened? Fucking 3 days ago, somebody bought a puppy from Hawk. Contact me, say that I will screenshot and send to you. You will see what I'm talking about. You will see what I'm talking about. And they bought the puppy from Hawk and their DNA to see what's come up. And get what happened?
No pit bull. No pit bull.
The DNA came up a Cane Corso mix.
What?
And the guy returned the dog to Marlon, and the Marlon came back the money. I got a whole screenshot of the conversation. I will send to you.
Yeah. The dog going crazy, man.
About the Hawk, right? Why Marlon he hate me so much? Because nobody dared to expose him like this. Nobody.
Right.
Nobody dared to expose him because I created Marlon, so I know what the fuck he about.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know what the fuck he about. I know what he got. I know what he about. He don't want to fuck with me. You know what I mean? I call him out $1 million stack up.
I know. Yeah, $1 million stack up.
He don't want none of that because Lion King will make Hawk look like shit, and then Marlon career gonna be over.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. No, Lion King is huge, man. But so I can only imagine Hawk beside Lion King would look like a chihuahua.
Yep. So and then what he did is the fucked up thing that he did. I don't care what you do. You know what I mean? Just don't lie. Just don't fucking be a scammer. He buy a dog from Craigslist. The Hawk got so much demand in puppy. Marlon is not a breeder. He is a fucking scammer. He not a breeder. So what he did, he buy a dog from Craigslist and he breed to a hog just so that he hang paper and sell a hog puppy. That's why a lot of people buy a hog puppy, turn out look like shit. They look like a fucking Craigslist puppy because most hog puppy. Why hog puppy look like Craigslist puppy? Because most of them are not hog puppy.
Wow.
You see what I'm
Wow.
saying? If you go on my page, I make a post about it. Like at least 10 people buy a hog puppy, and those motherfucking look like fucking Craigslist dog. $200 Craigslist dog.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but they don't want to get in with
Expose them.
Marlon,
Yeah.
expose Marlon because you know how Marlon is. He gonna be lie. He gonna be, he went lie. He gonna lie his ass off, and he go on and on. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
people don't want to do the drama. That's why nobody expose him. But I make him. I would enjoy him. That's why he went on like, oh, I hate that motherfucker so much.
Right. Right. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. AT, I really appreciate this, man. I appreciate you getting on the podcast,
Yes, sir.
man. Showing love and just giving us insight. You my first OG that I had on the show, man.
Oh,
Everybody else I had on the show are more newer in the game, younger breeders. You the first OG, man, and I appreciate that. I really
okay.
appreciate that, man.
Thank you. Okay, I have a message for all the young breeder out there.
Okay.
Do things right. You will last long because once you trust your name, once your name get dirty, nobody want to fuck with you. And make sure you take care of your dog the best. Feed them the best food possible because every dog have a great genetic in them, but all they need is to eat good. Once they eat good, that will be unlock your genetic and it make your genetic go to another step further, bigger and better. Yep. Feed your dog good.
Right.
Yep. I say.
Hey man, that's my man T, Red Lion Kennels, Ty Rich, bite. I bite bigger than I bark over here. Peace.
Peace. Thanks for having me.